Freddie Gibbs The Alchemist just dropped Alfredo 2, and this is a follow-up to the 2020 album of the original name, Alfredo, which a lot of people really enjoyed, and it was a really solid album at the time. And I mean, given 2020, we were listening to damn near anything. But at that time, it was really good to see Freddie Gibbs lock in with The Alchemist for a whole project. We did get the project with Currency, I think the year before that, Fetty, which also really solid. But, you know, it's good to see him kind of diverge from the Madlib projects. This sequel comes a whole 5 years later and continues kind of where the original left off. We still get really solid chemistry between Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist. The theming around this project, at least as far as a rollout goes, was kind of Japanese influenced. We got a little short film that came out before the project, as well as the video for 1995, which I believe just pulled from the video for the film. But it was Japanese influenced. They have their restaurant and all that. But that's kind of where it ends. Like, the album itself doesn't necessarily go into all of that. It would be cool to see if it did, but it did not. There's little bits of that here and there. Like, we get some Japanese dialogue, but nothing too crazy. But that's fine, and kind of what I had expected. To come out with a full concept album, like, I don't know. I'm sure Freddie Gibbs could have done it, and he kind of has in the past with Freddie, because that was more of a different, I guess, identity that he created. But I didn't really expect it here. I just expected Freddie Gibbs to do Freddie Gibbs shit. But with that said, this album is a pretty easy listen. It's not too long. I want to say it's just under 40 minutes or so. And The Alchemist production is really solid all over it. And it sounds just as smooth and enjoyable as the first version. These Alfredo projects also have a very particular sound to them. The Alchemist is, I feel like The Alchemist has a wide range of sounds they can pull from. But a lot of people think that he's just going to do drumless beats and whatnot. But for these projects, I think he has an idea and like a concept as far as song or sound goes. And that's kind of what we get here. We don't get too many vocal samples as we did on Pinata or Bandana, which is a project that he did with Madlib. But we get a lot of strings, so a lot of piano, guitar, and I feel like it works. Now, as far as the entirety of the project goes, while there are a lot of high points to Alfredo 2, there are a couple of low points that I want to mention, for me personally at least. The Larry June feature on Feeling was incredibly underwhelming, and honestly makes me want to just skip the song because of his verse entirely. Like, if he had it sucks because the song itself is really good. Like, Freddie's verse up until Larry June comes on, perfect. But Larry June comes in at like halftime, which is fine normally, but for this sort of song, like, it'd be nice to see him kind of rap at his normal pace, because Freddie did kind of go a little bit slower here. I also don't particularly care for the random shots that he's throwing at other rappers and people in general. Like, the ones for Benny the Butcher, fine, makes sense, because their beef was a little bit more heated, you could say. But also there's not a whole lot going on there. It's just like, here we'll just sprinkle that in. Also, I think Benny's kind of past that. He's doing his own thing over being Summertime Butch, whatever that means to him. But then we also have this random reference to Currency. Like, I forget the name of the track now, but on that track, he has a reference to Currency. He's like, oh yeah, I could have done this with Al without Spitto or some shit. And it's like, bruh, like, you don't need to do all this. You don't need to do all that. Like, Currency, I feel, added a lot to that project. In 2019, that was one of my favorite projects. You can go back and check the tapes. But also we have Currency saying, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Although I do appreciate the random academics shot. That was funny. Now, I do see a lot of people saying that. Actually, before I get to that, now with that said, I do have a lot of songs that I do enjoy. For example, the "I Used to Love Her Too" track, that was really solid. Ensalada with Anderson .Paak, Skinny Shook 2. I love the idea of Feeling, but Feeling just doesn't work out. Gas Station Sushi was pretty good too. Jean-Claude, 1,000 Mountains, like they all actually, even the track with Jid, Gold Feet, like that was really good. The vast majority of the album is really good. It's just some of the random things that he mentions here and just the production for me. Like again, for me, that's just how I feel. And with that said, I know a lot of people are comparing this album, Alfredo 2, and Let God Sort Him Out for album of the year because Coke Rap, I guess. I don't know why else you would compare these two, because I feel like they are different albums. Like, yes, Clips, one very much Coke Rap, but also they have a whole lot of other things going on for them. They're a legacy act. They got good not even good, just amazing, solid raps all the way through. Then you have Alfredo 2. You have Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist together again. Two very good artists combined again. But I don't know. I feel like it's different. Like it carries the same energy, but for me, someone that didn't necessarily care for Alfredo 1 as much, Alfredo 2 does do better, but not that much better. It's going to be on the list. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that it's going to beat Let God Sort Him Out for me personally. Overall, though, it is a solid project and definitely worth a listen. It seems like Freddie Gibbs tends to do really well when he locks in with a single producer, which is normal. Like that is a normal thing to do. If you lock in with a producer, you're going to get good music because you're not trying to juggle all these other people that you're working with. And also the assumption is that this producer is in the studio with you. So you got the chemistry going. I personally don't like it as much as the stuff that he's done with Madlib, but that's just me. But this also raises the question, like, how would he fare with somebody else? I know he's got a project with Kaytranada coming out soon. I don't know how that's going to sound. That might sound cool because Freddie Gibbs can do pretty high tempo stuff. But also, what if he teamed up with someone like James Blake? Because Dark Hearted off of Sold So Separately was really good. But anyways, that's all I got for now. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Alfredo 2. Is it your album of the year? Do you want to fight me? Let me know. And while you're down there, like and subscribe to see more rambling and content like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.